With the sequel Jurassic Park Fallen Kingdom hitting cinemas soon, we've decided to break down all the mistakes humans have made in the series since the very beginning. Here's the Jurassic Park saga in 5 minutes-ish. Spoiler alert. The Jurassic Park saga begins in 1993, where mad genius John Hammond is this close to realizing his dream of an Isla Nublar theme park full of brachiosaurs, triceratops, and terrifying man-eating nightmare creatures. He assembles paleontologist Alan Grant, paleobotanist Ellie Sattler, lawyer Donald Gennaro, and mathematician Ian Malcolm to approve the park, which is going to prove something of an uphill battle. Meanwhile, crooked computer programmer Dennis Newman Nedry plots with crooked rival Science Corporation guy Lewis Dodgson to steal the dino formula from Hammond's company, InGen. But none of that matters right now because our heroes have landed in Isla Nublar and look, dinosaurs! After getting a scientician's explanation on why the dinos can't breed,
well, because all the animals in Jurassic Park are female.
Our heroes are bundled into a couple of Ford Explorers along with Hammond's adorable grandchildren Tim and Lex to begin their tour. But like your average trip to the zoo, all the animals are asleep and everyone soon grows bored and horny.
And then I go too fast. I go too fast.
Their malaise is short-lived as Nedry shuts down the power to the park in order to ditch the scene with his dino embryos and in the process frees the T-Rex. An intense chase takes place and Gennaro gets eaten on the toilet. But soon, Nedry encounters his own problems. Goodbye, Newman. At Jurassic Park HQ, Hammond and Ray Arnold reboot the park's entire grid to get the power back up, which releases the Raptors.
Clever girl.
Oh, and also, the dinos are breeding, because
Life, finds a way.
Grant, Lex, and Tim make their way to the visitor center where the kids battle some raptors before they all escape thanks to the timely arrival of the T-Rex. On their way back home, Grant and Ellie tell Hammond they're not endorsing his park as they fly off into the sunset to John Williams. We pick up Jurassic Park's story in 1997. Hammond has lost control of InGen to his slimy nephew Ludlow after a family were attacked while visiting the island of Isla Sorna, aka Hammond's Site B. Worried that Site B's free-roaming dinosaurs will be pillaged by InGen, Hammond asks Ian Malcolm to join a group of documentarians on the island to help garner public sympathy. After learning his paleontologist girlfriend Sarah is already there, Malcolm reluctantly agrees to go. Malcolm discovers his daughter Kelly has stowed away on the team's camper before Ludlow and a bunch of InGen meatheads turn up to capture all the dinos they can for a mainland zoo. One of these guys is renegade hunter Roland Tembo, who, like Icarus with a double-barreled 600 Nitro Express, believes he can capture a T-Rex. Sarah and video guy Nick set the captured dinos free and also find an infant T-Rex injured by Ludlow and left as bait for the mother. They bring it back to the trailer because they have apparently got more of a death wish than Charles Bronson. After a whole bunch of deaths, Roland tranks his T-Rex and Nick, Kelly, Ian and Sarah manage to escape the island. It's all over. But wait! In a somewhat unpopular twist, it isn't! A freighter carrying the subdued T-Rex crashes into a San Diego dock because the dino predictably ate everyone on board. The T-Rex crashes out of the ship and storms into San Diego, while Sarah and Ian learn from Ludlow that the infant is also in town. They rescue it, Ludlow dies, and Hammond tells the press that Isla Sorna is now a nature reserve.
Life will find a way.
4 years later, and humans are prohibited from visiting the island of Isla Sorna by the government, but idiot tourists, Ben and Eric, go parasailing over it and end up having a mysterious accident because they're idiots.
It's gonna be okay, bud.
Back on land, Alan Grant and Ellie Sattler are sadly no longer together, and Grant is struggling to find funding for his dig. Cue Paul and Amanda Kirby, who claim to be a wealthy couple seeking Grant's expertise during an aerial tour of Isla Sorna. Despite saying this,
no force on earth or heaven could get me on that island.
Grant agrees because money. On board the plane with Paul, Amanda, his young protege Billy, and some soon-to-be corpses, Grant quickly realizes they're actually going to land on the island. He's knocked out, and when he comes to, the group are attacked by a Spinosaurus. After accosting the Kirbys, Grant learns they're actually a middle-class divorced couple looking for their missing son, Eric. Searching for communications equipment in a rundown lab, the group have a run-in with some raptors. Grant begins to suspect by their bird-like calls that they're looking for something. Maybe he should ask Billy. Before Grant can get eaten, he's saved by Eric, who's somehow survived 8 weeks in this hellhole. Grant figures out Billy stole the dinosaur eggs and gets mad, but Billy redeems himself by saving Eric from a pteranodon. The group continue their journey by boat, which the Spinosaurus quickly capsizes because he's a dick like that, and Alan makes an emergency phone call to the only person who can help. Once again, they escape the Spinosaurus, who really isn't doing a great job in this movie. The next day, they're confronted by a group of raptors who chill when they get their eggs back, and as they fly back home, they notice the pteranodons are now free, which presumably marks the beginning of a terrifying new world. Or the beginning of another foolish attempt to cage these majestic animals and put them in a theme park. Cut to 2015, and Jurassic World is a fully functional park on Isla Nublar, where guests have become so bored by your grandpa's dinosaurs that these maniacs, including original Jurassic Park scientist Henry Wu, have decided to splice them together in order to make scarier and deadlier attractions.
Bigger than the T-Rex.
Great idea, dummies! Raptor whisperer Owen Grady is invited to check out their newest hybrid, the Indominus Rex, while park operations manager Claire Daring tries to juggle her job with the visit of her two nephews, Zach and Gray.
Have fun.
Of course, it all goes horribly wrong, and the Indominus Rex escapes and proceeds to stampede through Jurassic World, smashing open barriers and freeing other dinosaurs. Claire and Owen are reunited with the kids, while InGen security chief Vic Hoskins has the utterly insane idea to release the raptors to track the Indominus. This plan, of course, backfires because the Indominus is full of raptor DNA, so she actually just becomes the raptors' grand overlord.
Something's wrong.
Henry Wu escapes in a helicopter with a bunch of dinosaur embryos, but Hoskins, he isn't so lucky. Owen manages to lure his raptors back to the good side, however all but his favourite, Blue, are killed. Claire drags the T-Rex into the fray, and this crazy dinosaur battle ensues. Smell you later, Indominus! Everyone evacuates, leaving Isla Nublar abandoned once again. Until 3 years later, when the eruption of a volcano on the island threatens all the remaining animals, and Owen Grady reunites with Claire Daring on a rescue mission. But as per usual, not everyone has the best intentions for the remaining dinosaurs. It seems like history is doomed to repeat itself when Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom hits theaters June 22nd. For more on Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, check out our last two trailer breakdowns.